So Neve from Catfish.
That's my guy.
Yes, got in a really, really bad accident. So he posted about it on Instagram. He posted a swipe through, and he has like photos of him actually in the hospital. He broke his neck actually in a few different places, so he shows you that as well too. But he basically tells a story in the caption. And he says that on Sunday, his son wanted to go fishing, and they decided to go. And it was like a beautiful trip. And he was like, he finally understands what people, you know how like when people have like a really bad life accident or experience, they always recap like, oh, the day before was like so amazing or whatever. He said he finally understands that because that day with his family was just like, it was perfect. The day was perfect. The fishing trip was perfect. Everything was good. Monday, he was supposed to pick up his son from school. So he was on his bike. I was supposed to pick up his son from school and never made it to his son's school. So I guess the school called his wife and was just like, hey, who's coming to pick up your son? And that's how she got alerted about the accident.
Wow.
He had been hit. He was like by himself. He was like, I was lucky I was by myself because he was supposed to have picked up his son. He was unconscious. He was rushed to the ER.
When you say bike, like a motorcycle or something?
Yeah. Well, it says his bike, so I'm assuming it was like a motorcycle. So he was rushed to the ER. He broke his neck. But it was stable fractures. He was not paralyzed, although in the beginning they were not sure about his hands. They didn't know if he'd be able to use his hands for some time, but he is good now. He says that, you know, he just is thanking everybody from the medical team that has been very remarkable, from the EMS to everybody in the emergency room. And he doesn't like, it's hard to feel sorry for himself when he hears the doctor say that people in his position would have never walked again.
Damn. Yeah, man, sending a need positive energy, love, and light. Yeah, it's interesting, right? Whenever you hear about broken neck, you just automatically think the person died.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because or paralyzed. It's almost impossible sometimes to be in a very serious accident where you break your neck and you're not paralyzed or you actually make it. So yeah, and the pictures are pretty gruesome. He even put like an alert, like graphic warning before you swipe through.
No, thank you, because I won't be swiping, but definitely sending him healing energy.
I'll text him to you. Don't swipe.
No, thank you.
So next, Kirk Franklin sat down with Cam Newton, and they had a pretty interesting conversation. It was very open. Kirk talked about, you know, his upbringing, deciding to get into gospel music, and just being a person of God and like all of the judgment he gets and how he deals with it. Let's take a listen.
I believe that marriage has been weaponized in Western Christianity. Giving has been weaponized in Western Christianity. Sexuality has been weaponized. For example, any woman listening to this can attest in our culture. Don't be no 30, 35-year-old single black woman and go to the family reunion. All the older women are going to do them. They're going to look at you and wonder, why you not married?
Where your man at? Where your kids at?
Like it's a prerequisite for identity and value. That if you don't have a man, if you don't have kids, that something about you is broken. Do you understand how dysfunctional these messages are?
Yeah.
And how we super spiritualize these messages. And so what people do, they quickly get married thinking that they're fulfilling God's will for their lives, but they are fulfilling man's dogma. You can be single and have purpose.
Damn. You hear that, Lauren? You can be single and have purpose.
I know. God got his hand on me, and I'm single as a dollar bill.
But you don't want to be.
I mean,
don't send mixed messages to the
no.
universe.
What I was going to
Tell
say,
the universe right now what you want. You're speaking to millions of people.
I am going to be happily married with an amazing family. But what Kirk Franklin was talking about was the fact that in his life, people try to throw a lot of different things on him because he's a man of God, he's a gospel artist or whatever. When you're a leader, or just when you're in the church at all, when you're a Christian or whatever, people have these ideas of how perfect your life should be. So people go get married. They rush to get married to whoever.
Listen,
because they think that you have to be in order to. And he was saying that even in the church, they tell you can't do certain things unless you're married.
The church is one of the most judgmental places ever, and it's the place where people aren't supposed to judge, but I feel like they judge the most.
100%. And I want to be married for sure, but I want to be married happily, not just because I grew up in a family that goes to church and. I do get asked questions. I just had the family reunion last week.
Last week they had a family reunion?
Last Saturday.
You got hit with that question? Why you ain't got no kids, Lauren?
I think they're tired of asking me, honestly. I think they're tired. My mom after the family reunion, though, my mom did have a whole moment of her explaining why she's ready for her grandkids.
Okay. Just tell them you a stud.
You want me to tell my mom?
Just to get to the family reunion.
Mom, I am not She gonna hear this and be like, "Are you trying to tell me something?" No.
Those pressures are real from family, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you answer those questions honestly, though? Like, if somebody said to you, "Why you don't have no kids? Why you not married?" Do you even dignify it with an answer, or you just say, "Mind your business"?
No, I say, "Are you trying to watch my kids? Can you afford? You want to afford my kids?" I was gonna say something else, but my grandma had been told me stop saying the third one.
What was the third one?
Where's your husband? You know, you can't say that. You can't say that to OGs.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because it's like, yeah, I hear you, but like, how did yours work out?
Men get those questions too, but in different ways.
No,
like,
they don't.
Yeah, men get like, you know, what are you doing with your life? Which is essentially you a bum.
I've never heard.
And it don't go no farther if you're not doing nothing with your life, because we know why you ain't got no we know why you ain't got no family or kids, because you can barely afford to take care of yourself.
No, but
and if you don't have no family or kids and you're a certain age and you're a man,
gay.
They just assume you gay.
Yeah.
Just assume you gay. I'm telling you, it's hard out here. The pressures be real.
Yo, that's so crazy.
True. It's
because
just true.
I've never heard I've never heard anybody ask my brother like, "Why you not married?"
How old is he?
He's about to be 30 in August.
Oh, okay.
We in August, the end of the month. He's gonna be 30.
After 30,
he got a kid.
Married.
But
so he got a kid though. See, that's different.
But no, it's like
he got a kid. If he ain't had no kids and he wasn't married, by the time he get to 30, the questions at the family reunion gonna start to change. Why are you gay? Okay. All right. That was Jess with the Mess. We got the People's Choice Mix coming up next. DJ Envy left the mix as he always does. He's going to be talking on it, even though he hasn't been here all morning. But that's just the way we've been doing things the last 15 years. It's The Breakfast Club.
Wake that ass up
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.